What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy Dread is back, here to give you guys my sort of late, but kind of not really, Royal Rumble 2020 review. Now, I got a chance to watch the show in its entirety twice. So, just my overall thoughts about it. I was pleased with the result of the show. I mean, a lot of the matches were wrestled very well. The storytelling was good. There's a couple of little things, but I'll get to that in a second. But overall, I was pleased with the Roman this year. Hell of a lot better than what we got last year. But anyway. Um, Basically, all right. The match, the main card started off with Roman Reigns versus King Baron Corbin. That match pretty much. It wasn't really too much technical wrestling, but it was pretty much a damn spot fest. And the thing is, it's fall count anywhere. Like, what else do you really expect? And just a quick thing about Roman Reigns, quick. I mean, because everybody projected him to win the 2020 Royal Rumble, but me before I even watched this whole pay per view, I figured one or two things was gonna happen when it came to Roman Reigns. I figured he was either gonna lose this match and win the Rumble, or win this match and lose the Rumble. But he did. Once again, I'll get to that in a second. Obviously, Royal Rumble spoilers. Anyway, but I would give that match probably about a good 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. The 30 woman Royal Rumble match. This match is probably my top 3 matches of the night. Maybe even number 2. But I'll get to that in a second. I was satisfied with this match. This match was just a little bit under an hour. Charlotte Flair won the Royal Rumble, which to me that actually kind of threw me for a loop. But man, I was thoroughly entertained by it. Now, you guys say what you want. Now, Charlotte Flair might have won the Royal Rumble, but the MVP to me was Bianca Belair. Well, the top 3 performers in the Women's Royal Rumble were Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and let's see, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Beth Phoenix. Those are my top 3 performers for the Women's Royal Rumble match. And the NXT girls, they really did show the stuff, and I'm interested to see a lot more of them. Next, you had the Bayley versus Lacey Evans match, kind of like the sleeper match of the card. I mean, it was entertaining for what it was, but thing is, Bayley versus Lacey Evans, it kind of wasn't predictable. It wasn't really a long match. It was okay. I expected Bayley to retain the title, but I think she is going to lose it at WrestleMania, but we'll see the who. Probably Charlotte Flair will challenge for it. We'll see. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. Now, to me, this was my personal match of the night. I mean, you saw Daniel Bryan just, take a beating, man. And you saw The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, I love his gimmick, by the way. I love it. And just a little quick thing. Now, I know how a lot of WWE creative usually don't like to give WWE superstars too much leeway with the gimmick because they feel like they'll go too far with it or the fans won't connect with it as well. But I like the whole double split personality thing that they got going on with Bray Wyatt. He's got this whole Mr. Rogers, Pee-wee's Playhouse gimmick. Then he's got this diabolical, demonic fiend thing going on. And like I said, normally WWE they don't like he has complete creative control over both of his characters. Normally WWE doesn't like to do that. But I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it's working for him obviously. But as far as the match, that was probably the best wrestled match, singles match at the Royal Rumble that night. Technically sound, some pretty good spots, and second, Daniel Bryan, that man could take a beating. He could take a hell of a beating for somebody who retired from neck injuries a couple of years ago and just came back. So yeah, speaking of neck injuries, I'm gonna get into it. Then you had the Becky Lynch and Asuka match. I feel like this match was very well wrestled. I mean, as far as technically speaking, a couple of sleeper spots in the match, but other than that, it was a pretty solid match. It was better than the Bayley and Lacey Evans match by a mile. Like I said, we're gonna see where Becky Lynch goes, especially with the winner of the Royal Rumble, of the Women's Royal Rumble, and Asuka. We don't know if it's gonna be done. I actually see it being a triple threat main event for the ladies again at WrestleMania. Actually, that's exactly what the hell it is I'm hoping for. It's a triple threat female main event at WrestleMania. Now for the Men's Royal Rumble. I'm 100% satisfied with the way it went, especially with Brock Lesnar coming in at number 1. The match literally lasted like an hour on the nose. I think it was a smart move. It was pretty smart booking to have Brock Lesnar just completely dominate the first half of the Royal Rumble, only for him to get eliminated by some new blood. He got eliminated with the low blow from from Ricochet, and then the Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. The surprise returns, we had MVP return. Who else did we have? I forgot who else. Well, I'll go back and watch. But yeah, then and of course the highlight of the Royal Rumble, Edge. Edge returning. The crowd freaking exploded. Like I said, I watched the whole match, the whole pay-per-view on WWE Network twice. But that one moment, I just had to rewind it back and forth. I had to rewind it back and forth at least about a good 10 or 11 times by now. Then you had Roman Reigns come out at number 26, I believe it was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And then you had Seth Rollins come out at number 30. And then you had Seth Rollins, Buddy Murphy, and Authors of Pain just come out and clean house. And then I love the Final Four, how Seth Rollins pretty much got eliminated. And then you have for people who just watched Monday Night Raw tonight, Edge eliminated Randy Orton, his former partner. And then that sets up a match between Edge and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Perfect booking, by the way. But yeah, I was satisfied with Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble. Now, just a quick thing. I was reading this article right here on my Facebook that was shared. Now, according to this, if what this article says is true, the Royal Rumble winners were changed at the last minute for both people. Because from what I read here, Shayna Baszler was supposed to originally win the Women's Royal Rumble. Come on, she came in at number 30, and Roman Reigns was really supposed to win the Men's Royal Rumble. But if this is true, I'm glad they changed it at the last minute. Because come on, we need things to be shaken up. And Drew McIntyre, like I said, it's his time. He deserves it because hell, 10 years and no main event title picture for him, for a man of his caliber and a man of his talent, it's way too long of a wait. It really is. Overall, Royal Rumble was just a pretty damn good show this year. I liked it a hell of a lot better last year. Let's see. My match of the night goes to Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. My Royal Rumble MVP for the ladies match was obviously Bianca Belair. The male MVP for the Royal Rumble, like I said, well, as far as eliminations and then just pure domination, Brock Lesnar. But like I said, my favorite spot of the night had to be between my favorite spot. It had to be between Edge's return and that spear that we got from Roman Reigns to end King Baron Corbin. Let's see. Comeback of the night, obviously Edge. That was just the biggest surprise of the night for me. But overall, I think I would have to give the Royal Rumble 2020 pay-per-view, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. You know what? Never mind. I will go ahead and give the Royal Rumble a solid 8 out of 10 this year. I will give the 2020 Royal Rumble an 8 out of 10. But anyway, what do you guys think? For all my wrestling fans, if you watched the pay-per-view, what did you think of it? What was your match of the night? What was the return of the night? The surprise of the night for you? And what was your favorite spot of the night? Anyway, I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.